All right, so the big hoo-ha, the big outrage right now is about Brazil. Apparently, is trying to ban Twitter or X. Elon Musk is in a big uproar about it to do with his idea that he thinks he's for free speech. He's not really, but he's better than most, and I support him in that attempt. However, he's not really, so that's the problem. So he's complaining about that a lot right now regarding freedom of speech for Brazil in this case. However, he's got other things apart from just that one instance and a few other instances, and people are saying a lot more instances where he took action against accounts because either someone told him that he has to do it or whatever. But here, in this case, regarding Brazil, okay, he's talking about the freedom of speech, Okay, but on Twitter itself, you have a little thing on every post, basically. If there's got a lot of comments on the post or replies to the post on a major account, if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see in the comments, you'll see that there's a lot of comments put under hidden from view by a title, by a line that says something like, replies below may be spam. And then there's another link that you can click on to open it up that says, replies below may be offensive, right? So you click on those and you find out that at least half of them are actually very rational, very reasonable, non-offensive, intelligent comments, and they're being hidden from everybody. Now, for those with the big accounts, that means they'll never see them. Even they don't, because they've got so many comments. It's always way down at the bottom of the comments. If you see them and you get, if you're on an account, let's say I was on an Elon Musk post and I suddenly saw the post before anybody else did, which is literally impossible because Elon Musk doesn't know it, but there's a million bots just going on his post in a nanosecond as soon as he posts. I mean robots, right? I'm not talking about humans. I'm not talking about trolls. So he's getting those probably, and so. But if he scrolls down through comments, if I saw it immediately and didn't see all those bots commenting the replies, I would see immediately something that says these replies may be offensive or these replies may be spam. Click here to view. All right. So, but if he's even waits a minute, for example. This goes for every big account, every account over 10,000, which is as soon as those comments come up, those replies, right, after he posts something, he'd have to scroll way down and take an hour. There'd be comments coming in faster than he can scroll down to see the bit that says these comments might be spam, and the other one that says these comments might be offensive. And then click here to view, right? So you click on it and you find that half the comments are really intelligent, specific to whatever's been said, meaningful, whether you agree with it or not. It might be you don't agree with it, maybe I don't agree with it, or some of them. But they're intelligent and they're respectful. And so half of the comments on Twitter by very intelligent people and respectful people are being cancelled, out of view, and not just on all the big accounts, right? So the big account owner either won't see it at all, won't even know that exists on their account, on their posts. They won't even know because it'll be way down the bottom of a massive amount of posts that you'd have to scroll through to even see it. And then those that eventually do see that thing, they'll think, oh, that's spam. I won't even click on it to see if anybody said anything intelligent, or somebody who's following me says something intelligent or interesting. And then the other one is offensive and spam, the two different ones. So then they don't know that they've got, if it's a huge account, let's say a big account, let's say 300,000 followers, that's pretty big, right? Even if half of them are bots. And then people think the views are also views. They're not views, that's just scroll pasts. But anyway, scroll past. It's called a view. But so even the ones with the big accounts, people with big accounts are not going to see masses of comments, because intelligent, respectful, insightful comments, they're not going to see them because Twitter hides them because of something else that account said in the past, perhaps, or someone they followed. Twitter has sort of algorithms to weed out things. So when people said, for example, river to sea, and they pushed back on Elon Musk, or just kept saying it, river to sea, Palestine will be free kind of thing, it's quite possible, highly likely, that there was Elon Musk immediately had some kind of algorithm that weeds them out, marks them as spam, or marks them as offensive, whatever it is, and then it just that account, even though that might be the only offensive thing to him that was ever said, might be a really intelligent, insightful, interesting account. That account is almost, unless it's a huge account in itself, it doesn't work quite the same. But for little accounts that don't get any views anyway, they just get kept under the spam part of a big account, and then under the offensive part. So the big accounts won't see them. No intelligent conversation can go on, really, except people who, by luck, somehow have always been on the right side of the mainstream lying narratives on all these different major topics. So they're not going to be seen, and they're not going to see them, big accounts. So that you're only going to see people that have never been outside of the mainstream narrative. You cannot have constantly been inside the mainstream narrative over the last few years without being pretty clueless. So that's what they're going to see. They're not going to see a lot of stuff. So point here is it is definitely censorship, extreme censorship. But the main point is that Elon Musk is censoring people massively, and he probably doesn't even know. But it's massive censorship on Twitter, on X, right? Massive. Incomprehensibly huge censorship of people with reasonable, intelligent, insightful, and views that add to the overall discussion going on. So he'll never know that. No one will ever tell him that. And if they do, he'll be too busy looking somewhere else. Oh, wait, another rocket crashed. Oops. Okay, we'll deal with that later about the Twitter thing, about the X thing. So he'll be too busy, and now he's going to be too busy because Brazil's seems to be trying to shut Twitter down, or X, in Brazil. So he'll never know that he is a massive, well, not him, but X in general, because I think some of those things were in X before he bought X. So, for example, spam or offensive, hidden. Right, with very intelligent posts, and not mostly, almost never spam when you look under it, click on it, and almost never offensive. The offensive ones are going through, by the way, for some reason. So it's just, this is dystopia, because it's a fact that most people have some interaction on social media for political news reasons, political news, just general news in general. So, and they follow people who might be talking about stuff that they're interested in, which includes a lot of news channels or people who will discuss things going on news channels. So it's a sort of dystopia. The huge accounts will always be huge accounts, but they won't be very effective. They'll get less and less effective, these huge accounts. More and more people will just tune out or not be able to see them, because if you don't click on something every week or something, you're not going to see it. And so, but the most important thing are these people, including me, I'm sure, who are under the spam button that you have to click on, or the maybe offensive thing, who are contributing some really intelligent, insightful, and, even if you don't agree with it, like I say, contributions that should not be censored. So you're for censorship Elon Musk. You're too dumb to know that that's what you're for. You're you're too busy trying to do everything under the sun, megalomaniac, and you're never going to. X will never be a free speech platform. You're already censoring millions of posts every day under the spam button or the offensive button, which means the big accounts who, if you interact with someone on a big account, there is some chance that your views yourself get more traction, but they'll never see those things, and chances are, even if they do, they're not going to click on them because they have to scroll down like a mile to even see those things. So this is extreme censorship on X, and it's a dystopian world because no one is going to fix it. Now, maybe Mark Zuckerberg, now that he's admitted that he regrets censoring people, as he was told to do by the government of the US, this is a fact, he now says he now regrets it. Maybe he'll start building up his platform to be an actual decent platform, but he's got all sorts of algorithms like that as well, where somebody said something that used to be offensive will never get seen again, no matter what they post. So that's the dystopian world. Good luck, folk. This is a mess. Elon Musk complaining that he's not got freedom of speech in Brazil, and his own platform is completely oppressing freedom of speech of millions of people every single day.